This area for me is full of stories because I tracked Solo and her cubs for so long. And there was one time, it was in January, first week of January 2019, we spotted a male in the grasslands on the right. And when he came closer, I realized it was Bamera's son. Solo had mated with Mangu, a tiger named Mangu, male tiger, as well as Bamera's son. But the real father happened to be Mangu. And I realized that when it was Bamera's son, that he is gonna be a big menace to the cubs. So we followed Bamera's son all the way, and he was looking very agitated. He was sniffing all around and he was looking very agitated. So we started getting a little scared. And what ended up happening is he came from that side, he crossed the road, and Solo and her cubs were right on that hill. If you pan up and show them right on that hill. So at that time, Solo's cubs were just about 2 months old, and they were right on that hill. We could barely see them, and Solo was sitting on one of the rocks. At that time, since it was January, it was really dense and green, and Bamera's son, as soon as he saw Solo, rushed up towards her, and they got into a huge fight. Solo realized that if she does not fight him, if she does not protect her cubs, she's going to lose her second litter as well. So she fought, even though the male was twice her size nearly. But she fought, she's kicking and screaming, she drove the male away. In fact, we're going to show you guys some photographs. As you can see, she suffered a huge, deep wound, and it completely flapped open her chest. And yet, Solo kept fighting, and she drove him away, and then the cubs were able to survive. I think it was the toughest moment to experience, but we could have intervened, we could have saved the cubs, we could have saved Solo from that fight as well, but this is nature. We must let it take its course, and we can't stop it. But after Solo drove him away, next morning the forest department decided that if they don't protect her, she's gonna die. So what they did is they tranquilized her. They first baited her with a buffalo, then they tranquilized her, and they completely sewed up her wound. They stitched it up, and then she was perfect for a long time, of course, until October 2020, when the unfortunate incident happened. It still makes me sad, because you think, what else could you have done, right? I mean, I didn't even want to come back to Bandhavgarh after that for quite some time. I was back in November, and I was just feeling really bad, because it felt like a personal tragedy and even a mistake. Maybe I made a mistake, maybe someone else made a mistake, and I just was taking the blame completely on myself. Then I realized that just like Solo, there are more tigers we need to protect, and whatever mistakes happen with Solo, we must ensure as a community of Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve that doesn't repeat itself with other females or males. She definitely taught me a lot in my life, and we're going to continue on, and I'll show you the area which is known as Sehra. Pretty famous, but Solo definitely taught me a lot in my life. In fact, I've also made a documentary for Brute. The Fallen Queen of Bandhavgarh is the name. You could check it out on YouTube as well, and that traces the story of Solo. But what I learned from Solo is how to be a good daughter, how to be a good parent, how to be kind and caring to the young ones, how to be patient. I've seen her miss 10, 15 hunts before she achieved success on the 16th or 17th. I learned that you have to live in the moment. In June 2020, she was fighting a lot of males, she was fighting a lot of females, and there were in fact 9 males approaching and encroaching on her territory and 2 females. That's why Solo, once she started fighting them, I remember we found her in late June 2020, right after the lockdown in India lifted. I came here and I started filming her again. She had quite deep wounds and she was licking them. In fact, I'm just going to play that footage for you.